Hey guys, Ting Ting here, Counterline Forge. Part 2 of the striking anvil build. Told you I was going to add some things to it before I put it to service, so that's what we're doing today. I'm going to do the bracing on the legs, and I'm going to add a couple other things like a holder for my drift and longer punches and stuff like that when they're hot, when they're being used. Obviously not for storage at the striking anvil, but something to use while I'm working at the striking anvil, somewhere I can set it and I know where it's at. And also a wax cup. And I didn't want to use just a can. They rust out really quick, and I just wanted to make one. I fabricated the whole thing. I put it all together, aside from making the blocks themselves. So I'm going to make everything on it. And to do that, I've got some 1/8 inch plate here. I've got 2 pieces cut 3 inches wide, 4 inches long. Then I have 2 pieces cut 2 inches wide, 4 inches long. And I did that way it would give me a little extra space down in the cup, the width of it, to get wider, longer tools like extras, things like that down in there. Just to cool it off. You know, I'm going to fill it up with wax, and it'll just be something nice to have to dip into while I'm working at the anvil. And I cut one piece that's 2x3 to fit the bottom of the cup. Once we get it all put together, we'll weld it to the stand. That way it's permanently attached to it. And then we got this for holding the drift, hammer drifts and things like that, and that I'll be working with while I'm there. It's not going to be for storage. I'm going to put a little bit of wax down on the bottom of that. It won't be for storage, but it will be used while I'm working at the anvil, so it'll be something nice to have there. And I think that's going to be cool. Probably I will also add a hook to one of the legs to hang on the inside of one of the legs to hang my brush on. I have another block brush I'm going to hang up there. That way I have one right there at the striking anvil when I need it. And I'll also probably make somewhere to put a couple top tools or hardy tools. So sit back. We're going to knock out a couple of these things. Depending on how long it takes, I may break this up into 2 videos as well. So, but what we're going to start with for now is the wax cup and the thing for the drift, the holder for the drifts and stuff like that. So have some fun. Let's get to welding. Alright, first thing to do, need a magnet or something like that. That way you can keep it all good and square. But take one of your 2x3s and the 3x4s and put it on there. Make a 90-degree seam. And I'm just going to tack it here in the corners. And then I'll do the same with the other 2. Then we'll piece those together, tack it, put the bottom in. Get it all tacked up, mocked up, make sure everything's right, and then we'll weld it all together real nice. Okay, I've got this part open here. This is the tricky part, getting that to sit down in there. We'll make it work. I'll get it pieced together, and then we'll get it welded up, okay? That's there. Yeah, I know I should have a C-clamp, but they're all out of the forge. This will work. Just need something to squeeze that shut long enough for me to weld it up. Okay? cup's all welded up. Nice and solid. It's hot though, so we're gonna let that cool for a little bit. Then we'll clean it up with the grinder. It's not beautiful, but it's definitely welded and it's gonna hold water, I think. Now I'm gonna weld this cap here, this round blank, down inside this pipe. So make sure get that good and sealed up as well, because we're going to put a little bit of wax in this thing to stick our hammer out punch, or our hammer out drifted, excuse me. So weld that on there. There we go. I'm gonna clean those up, let them cool, and get them welded onto the vice stand. Next on our list, the bracing. I've got 1/2 inch by 1.5 inch mild here, 2 pieces. They're gonna go on either side of the tripod like that, but they're gonna go horizontally. Just like so, you know. Then I'll use these as my baseline to put my tool hangers on that I'm going to make. So I'm going to put these in an appropriate height to where they on it. If I wanted to put hammers in there, I could, and the hammer handles wouldn't be down in the ground, if that makes sense. So these will be put on an adjustable height, but these are just 12 inches long. They're going to do just fine. We got to get those put onto the stand as well. So we got these, the box, and the pipe there to get mounted to it. Gonna clean the rust and stuff off of this pipe, get it ready for welding because it's pretty dirty. This right here is fairly clean. It's just soot from the welder, but other than that, it's pretty clean. I don't have to really clean it up. This right here, I want to clean it up because I'm gonna paint the whole thing when I'm done, so I gotta get all that off there. Also, check out my little Yeti down here. It glows in the dark. It's from Alan over at Curiosity Forge. Right there. It's magnetic. Sticks right to the front of the vise. Perfect. Doesn't go anywhere. When I work the vise, he gets to go for a little twirl. Thank you, Alan. Love the care package. We're going to clean this up with a flap wheel. Okay, these are all taken care of now. As you see, we got some more tubing here. These are going to be the hammer holders and top tool holders and hardy tool holders. Got 2 pieces 8 inches long. I'm going to cut them into 4 pieces 2 inches long, and there's going to be 4 of them welded side by side on each of these bars before these are welded on as our braces. Okay, and then, you know, so on and so forth. Boom, boom, boom. I'll be able to hang stuff down in there. I think it's gonna do exactly like I want it to be. I think it's gonna turn out well. We're gonna get these in the bandsaw, get them all cut up, and then we'll get it laid out on our bar there. Start getting them welded together. Alright, we got them all cut now. It's time to tack them in place. I got the bar laid up against them so they're nice and flush with each other and flat. I'm just gonna tack them, flip them over, tack them again, and then weld them. We're going to weld them up pretty decent. I want this thing to last, so I'm going to put some nice welds on there. I say nice. I'm going to weld it solid. I don't know how nice they're going to look, but we'll try. So, get this thing hooked up and let's give it a shot. Now we're just going to flatten these welds out a little bit so we can weld our brace to the back of it. Okay, so we've got the pieces assembled that we want to put on there right now. Hammer and top tool and hardy tool holders for each side. Figure one side I'll put a hammer eye punch, top fuller, one of my hammers on this side, and I'll figure out something for the fourth hole, and this side will be for different like fullering tools and swage tools and stuff that I plan to use at the striking anvil. So they're going to come in handy. That. Put that on there like that. Get it squared up. It don't have to be perfect, but good enough. How's that? Wax cup there. I'll weld it there, and I'll weld it at the bottom. Don't have to be super secured, but enough is enough, right? So we'll get that taken care of now. I need me a steel work table. They're just so damn expensive. Alright, there she is. Got our hammer holders here, wax cup there, drift cup here to hold my drift. Hold the hammers in there, you know? Boom, just like that. We're gonna get some tools loaded up, see how it looks. Alright folks, there we have it. You see we got the cup on there for the drift. We've got hammer holders for tools I'll use at the anvil or the striking anvil, like my cold cut cross peen. Got my big round and flat hammer there, hammer eye punch over here, hardy tools. The only thing is, that's 1 1/4 inch hardy hole. All my tools are made for 1 1/8 inch. So I've got to make some new hardy tools. There's the wax cup welded to it. Now it's just time to get it painted. We're going to do some high temp black on it, so I don't have to worry about burning it off with hot stuff up there. And I ain't going to have to worry about getting this hot, but the surface up here I will. I'm not going to paint the surface, but I will be painting the side right here. Other than that, she's done. Let's paint it up and show you what it looks like. Alright folks, there it is. Got a nice coat of flat black high heat Rust-Oleum paint, 2000 degree paint, so not gonna have to worry about burning the paint off of it with hot tools or anything like that. But there's the wax cup. Got to get that thing filled with wax, but other than that, it's ready to go. Hammer holders, punches, cold cuts. Nice clean surface up there. And of course back here we got the place for the drift. Gonna put a little bit of wax down in the bottom of this thing, and it should be great for the drift. So all in all, this thing's ready to rock and roll. Flat black. I don't like too much shiny stuff, so I like the flat black. Alright guys, there we have it. She's done. Ready to be put to service. I didn't put the hammer or the brush hook on there just yet. I don't know if I'm gonna put it on there or not. I got to think about that and I didn't do that. But other than that, she's ready to rock and roll. Should last a while out there in the shop. Good coat of paint on there. If you like the things that I did here, hit the button down below. Hit the subscribe button. We got a lot more coming now that the busy season for these festivals and shows are done. So be looking forward for more videos coming from me. But yeah, I think it's going to work great for what I need it for. A lot of versatility, a lot of different things I can put in it. Make sure you go and check out Uncle Buck's Forge as well. It's where I got the striking anvil itself, the surface. I built everything else. I just had to put it together. I got this and these feet down here from him. But other than that, he's got some awesome tools. I think you'll be happy with some of the stuff he's got out there, guys. Really appreciate you taking time to watch. If you learned something, that's awesome. If you thought it was cool, that's awesome too. If you got some tips for me, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Appreciate it, guys. Ting Ting's out of here.